All right, lads, welcome back to me podcast, Cheaper Than Therapy. Mick Thomas here. How are you? How are you doing? Listen, as always, thanks for liking, subscribing, and sharing, and coming on back. I appreciate you. I really do, as always. Check out my other podcast, The Manxiety Show, my good buddy Corey Brooks, who has fucked off for the longest time and hasn't been available to do another episode. But our backlog is there on the same place you get this from, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you want to get your podcast from. You will also get the Manxiety Show there, but check us out. Follow me on all of the platforms, right? Mick Thomas Comedy, except no substitutions. Mick Thomas Comedy, that is where all my social media stuff is, where I post dates and I post one whole joke a day. Can you imagine? I give away a whole joke every day. Most comics are out there doing crowd work. Maybe that's a lie. I do have probably one or two bits with crowd work on them, but new jokes every single day. Well, Monday to Friday. Whatever. Check me out on all the platforms. Facebook, for some reason, is loving me. I'll talk about that in a moment. We'll get to that. But happy 2023, everybody. Happy 2023. My tour kicks off soon. I'm going to get all those dates to you, coming at you soon. I'm all over the country, so you'll all get a chance to come see me live. But this Friday and Saturday, I am at Bananas Comedy Club in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, with my good buddy, one of my mentors when I first started comedy, Mr. Joey Cola, a machine. Go watch just for Joey. Come see Joey. Stay for me, as they say. But happy 2023. It is here. This is the first episode of the new year. Are you out there? Are you doing it? New year, new me. Have you done that yet? Have you sat down with your list and all the things you're going to quit in a few weeks? Are you? I love New Year's resolutions because it's just so funny. Like, well, this is the year. This is the year I lose weight. This is the year I'm going to learn a language. I am not hanging out with toxic people in this new year. This is new year, new me. Is it? Oh, so that's what's been holding you back. November. Is that it? This whole time, the fact that you're a fat fuck and you won't go to the gym and put down the fork is November the reason why? Is it the reason why you didn't learn another language? It's not because it's too hard, right? Is it the reason why you didn't learn guitar? It's not because it's too hard, right? It was fucking November. Maybe December in the way too. I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to get a better job. One that makes me happy. Soon as January comes around, because, is that the reason? Come on. Let's be honest. It's us now, right? It is. I'm kidding, right? I'm winding you up, but I've never understood the New Year's resolution. I really haven't. It was always, was the turn of a page? Is that the difference? Is that what was wrong with your life? Look, you can use this as an excuse, and I hope you do. I hope you do use this as an excuse to fucking just go forward, man. Go for it. Go after it. Well, no matter what it is, if it's a stupid dream, do it. Here's what I learned, right? You don't have to put down all your tools of your old life and move on to this new one right away, because that's silly. You can work on this new life part-time. You can do that. I always want to be a comedian. Then you know what? Don't quit your job. Don't quit your job. Go open mics the odd time at night time. Do that. I've always wanted to learn to play guitar, but I can't. I work at a steel mill. You know what? 20-minute lesson a night. You can download apps for it. Take a baby steps. Get a side hustle going on. I always want to start up my own business. You don't have to quit your job. Start that business today. Don't look at, again, if you needed to turn in the calendar, then whatever it took for you to do it, but now is the time to do it. Don't look back at yourself in 6 months and go, fuck, I didn't do it. Didn't take the shot. But that's okay, right? Don't blame the calendar. Blame yourselves. Blame yourselves, but I believe in you. I believe in you. If you hold yourself accountable, if you believe within yourself that the reason why you didn't take any shots wasn't the turn of the page, it was you. That is a great gift you can give yourself. Just accepting that you fucked up. then go on out there and go after it. That's what I'll say to you. I did. Listen, I set these small resolutions in the back of my head, even though I'm making fun of you for doing it. But and I bail on them too. I was supposed to learn Portuguese last year. I forgot everything I learned already in the 2.5 months I was doing it. Why? I didn't end up in Portugal. I didn't end up in Brazil. Who am I talking to in Portuguese? A few people I know, but... Right? Go out and, you know what? What do you want to do this year? Do you want to get more involved politically? Do you want to drive yourself more crazy? Right? That's a good one. Step away from it. Don't get involved in politics. Don't get involved. Don't make 2023. Can we do that at least? Can we agree that 2023 is just a year of let's not fucking look at politics? Can we just not? With conspiracy theories. And I know I'm going to get called, right? Because what's his name is a big in the conspiracy world now. Like Andrew Tate got arrested for fucking eating pizzas. Greta Thunberg. He went to war with Greta Thunberg, and then he sat there making fun of her from a pizzeria, and he's not allowed back in his country, Romania, because there's case against him for human trafficking. And I read into it, and from what I read, and I could be wrong, it's a load of shit, right? It's a load of shit. He's not going to get in trouble, but while they're investigating, he didn't want to deal with it, so he's out of the country, and he sneaks back in. He sneaks back into the country and he orders pizza from down the street with the address on the box, everything. And you just assume, right, that Romanian police are dumb, right? You just sit there like Romanians are like, I don't know how close Romania's not that far from Transylvania, right? So maybe the cops are just sitting there sharpening wooden stakes all day, not knowing what to do. Like, that's what you see in your head. But they went out and they caught Andrew Tate. And I thought that was hysterical. That to me was funny. But I just think you should back off the politics because it ain't going to matter. We don't do anything about it, right? We look at all the people in charge, all the assholes, and it's just dumb. We just stop getting involved with them. That's all I say. So on to Facebook, right? Which is weird. I out of nowhere. So every morning I get up and crack of dawn, right? Go to the gym. This is just me bragging now. And when I'm done at the gym, right? I come home and I get the kids to school. I do all of that stuff. I do all the daddy daycare, stay-at-home dad stuff. And then I get down to work, right? And the first thing I do is I edit videos from stand-up shows from the previous week or from older videos, and I chop them up and I put them online, right? And those of you who follow me know, you've seen my reels on Instagram, you've seen I put even on Twitter, and I got like 8 followers on Twitter because I just set up a new one for this. YouTube, everywhere I have, right? So I did the same on Facebook a few months, and now I'm pushing in over. Last time I checked, round up to like over 10k followers, and the jokes are starting to take off. But oh my god, I forgot why I left Facebook. I forgot why I just fucking bailed on it. The amount of people that bitch and moan about jokes on there, right? How is that? Like, do you remember the joke I put up there about my dog? Like, I go to a kill shelter and the dog were making it hard to give me, like they were making it very difficult to give me the dog. And the joke was, again, I drew on me pants with a purple pen. The joke was that you're a kill shelter. If I put peanut butter on my balls, make the dog lick it up, it's still better, right, than what you have in store for him at the end of the week. That's the joke, the gist of the joke. Obviously, I butchered my delivery there. But that's the joke, nonetheless. And the amount of people a lot of people jump on it, it's fucking great, it's hilarious, thanks, because there are good people. The one thing I will say about Facebook more than any other platform is that people will defend you, by the way. I like that about Facebook. Like Instagram, if somebody attacks you for a joke, nobody will swoop underneath the next comment and go, he's a comedian. You see all the hundreds of people? Do you hear them all laughing? He's holding a microphone. Look at his dumb shirt. Of course, it's not real what he's talking about. No one does that on any other platform, but they will do it on they will help you on Facebook. That's what I like about Facebook is they will, people just coming at you from it. Like they so that joke I was talking about the dog there, they were talking is that funny? Sexual abuse? Is that how low we're sinking? Yes it is. You dumb motherfucker, you. I don't get it. I don't get it. And for those of you who follow me on Facebook now, because I'm going to advertise this episode on Facebook, now I'm going to just put it on Facebook so people listen to Facebook. Is he talking about me? He probably is. He probably is. But I put up the one about, remember the last week, the fucking Long Island prick? The Long Island prick who attacked me over the Italian joke, right? The reason probably why I don't want to work Long Island ever again. He attacked me. A lot of people were defending me there too, right? Coming in, this guy's an idiot. But then there was one or two people who were upset that I did say the best Italian food in America is the Olive Garden. I still stand by that, by the way. Second place to Italian food in this country, the Cheesecake Factory. It was my boy's birthday the other day. He loves the Cheesecake Factory. I go, mate, where do you want to go for dinner? You pick your birthday, anywhere you want to go. Where does he say? Cheesecake Factory. We go, and I see a chicken something Alfredo, whatever, with white sauce. I don't know. I'm probably butchering it. And I got it. And I was like, oh, mamma mia, mamma fucking mia. It was delicious. It was. I've been to my Italian friend's house, and it was their grandmother's recipe, and it ain't shit compared to what this was. So, Olive Garden, Cheesecake Factory, and then maybe Mama, or what, ragu sauce. I love ragu from a can from Stop and Shop. That's a third, right? So, a lot of people were very upset about that joke too. And so many people were just upset. One person said, go back to Ireland. Another person said, like, I didn't know he was from Ireland with his dumb accent. Yeah, and accents can be tough. Accents could be very, very, they be hard to understand, right? You know, when you talk to a foreigner, that sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to talk to a foreigner. There's no choice in the matter. Right? You do. You just have to fucking talk to them. Like I was on TikTok the other day, Mick Thomas comedy, and I was scrolling through, and I saw literally a family's Christmas be ruined over an accent. The whole family's Christmas was over, and they were videotaping him open up a present. It was like a 6 or 7 year old boy, and he opens up this thing, and it's a family from Boston, right? It's a family from Boston, which I love the fucking Boston accent, right? I'm not one of those comics that come on there and make fun of it. Like, you know, when you go to Boston and they always do that. They pack you can to have it, yeah, like those fucking hacks. Or they might say something like, fuck me had. Just, it's been done 100 times, right? So I go on and I talking, and I'm watching this thing, and a kid opens up his present, and he's in his little Christmas pajamas, and it looks like a nice house. So it's not like they're fucking white trash, or the house is nice. They're all in their bathrobes. So I don't know, like the guy's is a doctor maybe, like, or an engineer, but with a weird voice. So he goes in, the kid opens up this fucking box and his binoculars, right? And he's like, and the kid's very grateful. He's like, oh, thank you. And I guess the mom or the grandmother, whoever's videotaping, she goes, you like that, Charlie? That's the binoculars. And he's like, why aren't you happy? I got your binoculars. And he's like, I wanted an Oculus. And then the dad's like, yes, we got you, binoculars. No, I wanted an Oculus. That's what I'm fucking telling you. I got your binoculars. He's like, no, I wanted an Oculus. A binoculars. What am I saying? What's this fucking kid? Is this kid fucking, did we drop him on his head? I got him binoculars. Yeah, but I wanted an Oculus. What the fuck? I sound like Bill Burr for some reason. What the fuck is an Oculus? There we go. I said the binoculars. No, Dad, you put the Oculus on your eyes. You put the binoculars on your eyes. Fuck this kid. And he just gets up and storms out. He fucking storms out. Family ruined. Christmas was cancelled. Fuck the turkey was getting thrown out into the street. You know, like Rocky, you want the bird? Go on, yeah, you need the bird. Just, he was done. All because of an accent. It was fucking great. And you're gonna come at me with my accent? Come on, man. Listen, Ireland, we do have a weird, funny accent, but it ain't fucking funny as that, man. That is I was crying laughing. I'm watching his family fall apart, and it was the funniest thing I'd seen all that. Binoculars! I asked for an Oculus! That's what I fucking got you, binoculars! Oh, cried laughing. So the Facebook people, they're on there, and they're just, this guy, can you believe he said this? Not funny. That's another one. Not funny. Or this is not it. This is the new social media line. This is not it. People are so unoriginal, right, with social media, because there's certain sayings that they get that they stick to. That's not it. Or I did a thing. Fuck off with your thing. and I'll post a picture of a new car. I did a thing. Or they'll dye their hair a weird colour. I did a thing. Did you? You boring fuck. We're supposed to think you're really exciting because you did a thing. And these are the things I get, right? And so so I'm on Facebook and these people are just, attacking you. Another one is I posted a joke about my perfume bit, and I had 3 people write to me and go, you stole this from, I don't know, right? I don't know who. So they sent a YouTube clip of this guy. I think his name is Jack Walsh. You can look it up yourself. A guy from England who I'd never heard of before. Never seen before. Didn't know he existed. And he did a bit about the perfume, and it was a similar topic and a similar take on it, right? Let me tell you about how comedy works, right? There are fucking thieves, right? There are awful thieves out there that just go out, they hear a bit, and they go, I'm fucking taking that because this guy is a nobody. Nobody's going to know about it. I'm taking that bit and I'm going to change the words slightly so then people will think I'm a genius. But, I didn't steal it. Look, because you said yours was a red car, but in my joke, it's a blue car. Right? So we know what you're doing. There's people who go out and steal jokes. Then there's such a thing as parallel thinking. You go, oh, fuck, mate, I heard your bit about whatever. I heard your bit about, and I have the same bit about that. And I go, really? Yeah, what's your bit? Blah, 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 blah. And mine is blah, 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 blah. And you go, fuck yeah, it's shit, man. It's basically the same bit. Fuck, that's a shame. Who did it first? Well, I did mine. You know what? That's your joke then. You can have it. That's called parallel thinking. It happens way more than you think. Way more than you fucking think. And then there's somebody that just doesn't steal at all. They don't steal at all. You could write a joke about airplane food. I hate to use that as an example. And then another guy writes a joke about airplane food. And you go, oh, you stole that bit. Why? Well, because you said airplane food is terrible, and I said airplane food is what kept Hitler alive and gave him his racist powers. So wait a minute. So there are 2 separate topics all under the umbrella of airplane food. So that's stealing, is it? No. One comic said airplane food, did a total different direction on it. Another comic said airplane food, went down another different, total opposite ends of the fucking spectrum bit. That's not stealing at all. But a dumb audience member will go, well, he talked about doors. You can't. He said he walked in the front door of his house, and this guy said he walked in the back door of a factory. You can't talk about doors if John at the Chuckle Hut in Sheboygan, Michigan did it. So the guy writes, he put the 3 separate people posted the bit on the comment section, and it's on there. Mick Thomas comedy. Go click on the link for yourself, or else just Google. I think it's Jack Walsh not airplane food. Jack Walsh perfume. So I write to the guy. I write basically what I said. I go, hey man, hey, whatever. Another one was a chick, another was another dude. And I write, and I copy and paste and send them the same link, the same kind of question. I go, hey man, listen, I've never seen this guy before, because I don't watch comedy. I don't watch comedy really unless it's one of my legends, because it's very hard to watch comics that are not at that super high level. Unless a comic asks me, hey man, can you check out my set? I want you to, I'll see if you can find a tagline for this, that, the other, and we will help each other out. But just in general, I don't really watch stand-up unless it's my friend, like I don't know, Paul Verzi. The last special I watched on Netflix was Paul Verzi, good buddy of mine. I knew the whole hour. I'd seen him do the hour a bunch of times. I wanted to see how it came out on Netflix. I wanted to support them, so I watched it, right? So in general, I don't watch comedy because it can interfere with how you think. You can interfere. Like I remember I wrote a bit, and I was doing the bit, and I was loving it, and then something came up on Pandora from fucking 20 years ago, and I went, that's fucking the bit. And no matter how many ways I tried to maneuver around the bit, right? I was like, no matter what I do, it's still, the bit's been done. So then I walk away. I can't make that joke any more original to my own because it sounds too much like this one. And that's when you walk away. So that's an example of whatever it is. So I heard that bit and I bailed on it. And it was about, I don't know, I think it was like flying first class or something like that. So I write this message to these people and I write, hey man, blah, 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 parallel thinking. I don't know who this Jack Walsh guy is. I've never seen him before. Because I don't watch, especially don't watch comedy from overseas because I don't, I met a bunch of Irish comics this year, or last year, I should say, at the end of last year, in November, in the city. Like, I met 6 Irish stand-up comics, and I didn't know Ireland had 6 stand-up comics. I'm deadly serious. I just thought the amount of comics in Ireland was so little that I didn't think we had that many comics. And I'm out of touch with comedy overseas. I'm not out of touch with comedy in America because I end up working with most of the guys. Eventually we'll end up crossing paths depending on what rooms we work in. So I wrote all that shit and I sent it to all 3 of them. Go, hey man, look, that's it. And I heard 2 of them didn't write back, and they either went to themselves, bullshit, I ain't writing this back to him, or they just accepted and went, you know what, that's fair. That's a fair. I never heard it explained like that before. But one of the guys wrote back, no man, you stole. I go, you know what, delete. I blocked them. I'm not dealing with that shit. If you're not the joke has got over 1 million views. I don't know how much Jack Walsh has got, but you think if I had a joke, I went there and I stole a joke and I put it online to begin with. Like, it's understandable to steal, not understandable, but it's scummy enough to steal a joke, do it in a club where nobody is like witness to it. You're just making the audience laugh because the audience doesn't have that. Now audience are getting clued in, but the audience aren't, you do a joke, they don't know if it's been done before, right? But then when you put it online, that's when you're taking a risk. If you steal a joke and you put it online, you have tangible proof. You go, look at this motherfucker, I can pull this up from 2, 4, 5, 6 years ago. Here is the joke that you just stole, right? So the joke's got over 1 million views on Facebook. It's got over 1 million on Instagram and whatever platforms are out there. And I'm not gonna steal it and then put it online for to pretend I got away with it, right? So like the logic of people. And it's all Facebook. Like, it's the people of Facebook who are like that. But again, like I said, a majority of people will come back and defend you. But it is fun. I guess because I kind of, overnight my numbers grew. Over the space of like 2 or 3 days, actually, my numbers kind of went from 500 because I just set up the account. I just set up the account maybe a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. And then it kind of blew up there. So to all those new Facebook people out there, welcome if you've listened to the podcast. I'm sorry it was a boring rant. I apologize, but welcome. But anyway, as I started off on the top of the hour talking about 2023, I was being a dick, of course. I wasn't being serious about how it's your fault you haven't succeeded. But I do hope in 2023 that we can get together. I hope we see each other at shows. I am one of those guys, by the way. I don't go to a show, get off stage and run straight to the green room and hide. I will come out, we'll chat. So I'm looking forward to meeting you all in 2023. And I hope you all have a happy, healthy new year. And can we stop 1 week, right? Can we all agree that it's 1 week? Happy New Year. Yeah, I don't want to be going to a place in March. I want to go into the bank in March and teller goes, hey, Happy New Year. I haven't seen. No, we're done. You had a week to wish me Happy New Year, all right? January 7th. That is it. That is the cutoff line. If you say Happy New Year to me January 8th, go fuck yourself. Anyway, thanks for listening, liking, subscribing, and sharing. I appreciate you coming on back. Check me out. I'm going to start announcing my tour date soon, but this Friday and Saturday, check me out. Bananas at Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. And as always, wash your hands. And I forgot my sign off. Wash your hands and I don't know. Oh yeah, wash your hands, you dirty fuckers. That's what it is. 2023, new catchphrase. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a good one. Happy New Year. Good luck to you.